We are here today introducing our brand new Bikini Athletic Division and Miss Sara Lebranc, who really defines what this look is supposed to be about. What we're going to do today, as we're going to do with every one of our categories or divisions, if you will, is to give you a visual explanation of what we, the judges, will be looking for when you take to our NSL stages. Sara, you know how it is when we get going. I'm going to play the judge. You do what you do. I'm going to ask you to hit that front pose for Bikini Athletic for us. For those of you who are watching, Sara is setting up into her front pose. It's the same thing that many of you are used to from many other organizations. Now here's what we're looking for. With Sara in this Bikini Athletic Division is a nice athletic physique that has the muscle definition, which as you see here, mostly in her glute, quad, sweep parachute, is defined, and it's a slight degree of separation. There's nothing too deep about these marks. There's nothing too deep about the separation in her bicep and her tricep and bicep area. So you're looking for this very nice athletic physique that allows you to have nice, toned, defined muscle bellies. You see that she's very full in her muscle bellies right now, especially along the lines of her quad sweep. So in this front pose, Sara is giving the judges a look at her overall symmetry and balance. When we say symmetry, we're looking at her curvature. One of the things that's most important for Bikini Athletic and or Bikini period is that we really capture the curves of those feminine curves that ladies have. You see she can transition at any point into her in her posing as long as she continues to show us the front. She has nice, round, small delts. We're not looking for the big figure delts because now you're at the top of the bikini category. So she has nice round delts. You can see very clean, very nice legs without the striation or separation to the three muscle heads in the quadricep area. She has nice abdominal lines here. They don't have to be too deep or too defined or too chiseled. In the front pose, she is demonstrating all of her glamour and her glory with her smile, her lipsticks, her hair, and her makeup. And if you'll notice, she's chosen to use a darker colored suit, one that we always recommend for almost any hair color. The next step is Sara, face the back. Bikini Athletic and our Bikini Beach have the same poses. You can see Sara stops in transition while she's moving to her back pose to give the judges a little bit more chance to see the symmetry and balance of her body. Her upper torso matches and her lower torso match up and balance out very easy. She transitions into her rear pose. I'm gonna ask her to move her hair to the side. This is new, especially for Bikini Athletic. We want to be able to see your entire body, so we'll ask that you move your hair to one side or the other. So the judges can now look at the width of your entire back. And this is what we're looking for. We're looking for that width of the back into these curves that you have, which would be considered, or some people would call, trainers may call V-taper. But we're looking for that curvature in the sides and also in her lower back to her glutes. You can see that she is defined between her glute and her hamstring tie-in, but you don't see that fine separation where I would call sort of like a thoroughbred racehorse, where you see the muscles really separate themselves. So you see just a slight degree of separation. Her calves, she moves to a really good pose that really enhances her glute hamstring tie-in, but really demonstrates the V-taper geometry, if you will, from her shoulder to her waistline. Face the front again. Judges can take one more look at her. Face the backdrop. Sara, and if you would, take a few steps to the front. And hold. Now when we have you walk to the line as Sara just demonstrated right here, this is a chance for us to look for your poise and presentation. You're also able to demonstrate it during your posing, but on the move it's much more difficult. Once you reach the line, the judge is going to assess your posing, face the front, and walk it back to the line. Now what we were able to accomplish here is to allow Sara to show everything about her physique, including her smile and her personality. Sara, when we ask you to do that walk, how does that make you feel? Where does it come from an emotional, athletic standpoint, if you will?
Well, all the hard work and days training in the gym, you know, it really feels like I'm showcasing my hard work whenever I get on that stage, you know. So for me, it's just living in the moment, living in the limelight of it, and owning it, owning every second of it. So at the end, whatever the placing that you may get, you know, you walk away a winner.
And that's very important, and that's why having this criteria for bikini athletic and the difference between bikini beach allows us to get a more athletic look for the woman who wants to be more on the tone defined side. But by using these two, face the front, face the back, and the walk, to get a total judging allows us as officials to get a really overall look. And again, the poise in presentation, her ability to smile, her ability to connect with the crowd, not only the judges, but the crowd, because there is entertainment value in what we do.
Yes.
And so Sara makes a great connection with her smile in her eyes, and she's selling herself and her hard work. And that's really what it's all about.
Hey ladies, okay, the first thing I want to show y'all is shoulders back and hips back direction. This is a proper form before you even enter the stage. A nice way to stand is sitting onto that back hip. You twist the front hip forward, and you always keep your shoulders square to the judges. Now when you take off and walk, you want to walk slightly onto the ball of your feet. You're going to take a forward and a back step into your front pose. That forward foot is going to turn out slightly, and you're going to do a half circle down with your arm presenting your physique. Now I'm going to repeat that step. I'm going to take a forward and a back step, and as you see, my arm half circles down as I'm presenting the physique. The back arm is lifted onto the left side of my hip here. You want to make sure that elbow is nice and out to bring a nice shoulders, waist to hip ratio within the physique. Now a good transition pose from here would be to pull into an hourglass position. And then now it'd be time to turn around to the rear. So from here, you would step sideways, step and then sit right onto the glute muscle. Now you want to squeeze the back of your arm and put a little pressure onto your leg so it engages the back of your arm muscles here. Then you're going to pivot. This really helps show the glute and hammy tight ends here. And then you'll take a step to the back wall. Again, in the back pose, your knees are a little slightly bent and your feet are turned out. When you go to cross, you may want to take a half step towards the center and then cross over. This is a good opportunity to expose the back muscles. Then you'll take a step over into your hourglass position again. Always remember shoulders square. A good tip on this is remembering your thumbs forward and your pointers down, so when you spin around, those arms stay nice and straight. From here, you're going to go ahead and take another forward and a back step back into your front pose. You really want to embrace the crowd, look around, scan the judging panel, and then you want to finish with your strongest pose, the finale. And dismiss.